So very good morning, kids. As you know that in last class, what we discussed in physics syllabus, just I taken the only basic class regarding our syllabus and what we are going to discuss in first week. Okay. So just once again I am repeating. So we discussed about that. So what is first week science, that is physics, then bridge program, then syllabus. Okay. So syllabus already we have 15 chapters and we segregated as a 4 parts. Okay, so that already we discussed about it. So now we'll start into the syllabus. So before coming to before going to discuss about the syllabus, and we should start minimum knowledge on mathematics. So that is, I am not discussing in mathematics, I am discussing basic mathematics which required for the physics. So sir, why mathematics is required for physics? So definitely, as of now, you seen that only theory part of the physics or science. Okay, theory part of science, chemistry, and physics and biology. So in lower standards. But coming to PUC, so there is number of applications. So application is nothing but numericals. Okay, so the numericals are very important to crack the competitive examinations. You know that few questions they may ask on concept like theory questions. Okay, for NEET there is a 45 questions. In that 45 question, probably so 10 questions, near to 10 or 15 questions, so which is related to concept based. Like that means you can, if you have the knowledge on theory part, then you can answer it. Okay, but remaining questions out of 45, so if it is probably 15 questions from concept based, that is theory based, so remaining all are applications. So application that we are called as numericals. To solve the numericals, we require minimum mathematics knowledge. So what mathematics we are discussing in this physics? Okay, so we have basic mathematics. I'm saying that not completely mathematics, it's a basic mathematics required. What are the basic mathematics topics or concepts required for our physics? So just see, so now our topic is basic mathematics. Basic mathematics for physics. So we'll finish this basic mathematics. Okay, so we may in 2 sessions or 3 sessions. Then we'll enter into the full-fledged syllabus. Okay. Now, so there is a 4 parts in basic mathematics. So we are not discussing detail the topic. We are discussing the topics which are required for our physics. That's it. We are not detailedly discussing the topic. We are discussing the few topics or few concepts in that topics. Okay. In the first one. So the first chapter is linear algebra, which you know very well. So linear algebra. So what we are discussing in this linear algebra, algebraic equations, okay, roots of algebraic equation, how to find the roots of that given equation. In the same way, binomial theorem. So what is binomial theorem? So these two concepts are we are discussing in linear algebra. Now coming to next one, which we know very well. Okay, trigonometry. Trigonometry. So we are not discussing detail about trigonometry. We are discussing few concepts, few basic concepts on trigonometry, some few formulas. Okay, that's it. Then coming to, so now geometry. Okay, coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. So in this chapter we are discussing about graphs, how to analyze the graphs and intersecting points of the graphs, parabola, hyperbola, compulsory, because graphs are very important in physics. Okay, so that's we have to, basic thing we have to know, coordinate geometry. Next, the fourth one and important one. It is this topic is important for in mathematics also. Calculus. Calculus. So in this calculus part will continue till you finish your master degree. Okay. So and if you choose for degree BSc, there is a calculus. If you go for BTech, there is a calculus part. Okay. So in this calculus, we are discussing differentiation and integration. Okay, later we will discuss about. So today we will finish this small chapter. That means almost it is required 45 minutes of class. So linear algebra we are going to discuss. So what are the topics, and we'll see few questions on it. Okay. Then we'll go for doubt session, and I will share the PPT also for it. Okay, no problem. So these are the 4 chapters we have to finish before entering into our first PU syllabus, right? Let's come into the first basic mathematics, linear algebra. In this linear algebra, we have a number of top concepts. Okay, but we required only one. So that is algebraic equation. So why sir? Why algebraic equation? Where it will useful in our physics? That also I will discuss. Okay. Then, as we know that algebraic equation. So what is algebraic equation? Okay. So there is a function which includes one constant, okay, or variable. Okay. So which including of some constant and some variable. So which the equation depend upon that variable. Okay, like for example, general form of algebraic equation: ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Here a, b, c are constants. A, B, C are the constants. Here x square x. So this we can substitute or we can change these values. Okay. And here, so this equation we call it second order algebraic equation. Second order. So what is order? What is first order? What is second order? See here, this x value is there, no? If x power is only 1 here, if it is equation like this, bx plus c. So first order algebraic equation. But here one more is there, ax square, that is second order algebraic equation. Okay. The same way, if ax cube, for example, we have one formula like a plus b whole cube. Okay, a plus b whole cube. So in that case, a cube plus b cube we are seeing. So that is third order. A plus b whole square, a square plus b square. So maximum order we see that only 2. A plus b whole square. In a plus b whole cube, we will see maximum order 3. So that we call, so that will decide the order. Okay. So this is what we have. So in algebra, we have first order, second order, third order. But in our physics, we require only one equation, that is second order algebraic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So this is the algebraic equation. Okay, for this equation, so there is a solution. There is a solution. That solution, what is that solution, sir? Solution is nothing but the value which satisfies that equation. How this equation will satisfy? If by a, b, c are the constant, we can't change a, b, c values, but we can substitute the x values, right? We can substitute different values of x. For which value of x value? For which value of x? So this equation becomes 0. So by substituting of some x value, particular value of x instead of x, so this equation, everything it becomes what? 0. At what value of x that equation will become 0? So that value we call as solution for that equation. So we should find the solution for that equation. So this concept will very helpful in our physics. Okay. So this concept will come in kinematics chapter. Kinematics, the same way heat. Okay. especially kinematics and heat, and few in dynamics like SHM, simple harmonic motion, so wave chapter. So we are using almost in mechanics chapter, okay, and heat chapter in few cases. So this will, and second year, almost in second year maximum chapters, in maximum chapter we will use this algebraic equation. Okay, we are discussing about first PU. You know syllabus of first PU. In mechanics, that is kinematics and dynamics, we are using this one. The same way in heat chapter, in few cases we are using this one. Okay. So this is the algebraic equation. A, B, C are the constant and X are the variable. Okay. So solution for this equation. So the solution here we called as a roots. Okay. So at what value of X this value becomes 0. The value of this equation 0 by substituting of particular value of X. What is that X value? So there is a equation that X is equals to minus B plus or minus root over B square minus 4AC divided by 2A, where A, B, C are the constants. So this, by substituting of this X value, so this equation becomes 0. So this X value having only either single or two values. Okay, either X is fixed one. X value may be 1 or 2. Okay, 1 or 2 values. Okay, not 3 values, only either 1 value or 2 values. So that means every algebraic equation having either one solution or two solutions. So what is that solutions? So that's why this X value we called as a solution for the algebraic equation, and the roots of the equation we are going to discuss. Next topic is what? Roots of the algebraic equation. Your roots are nothing but the solutions for the algebraic equation. I said no, either it is one solution or two solutions. If it is two solutions, so what the values? Okay, that I am going to discuss. Remember it once again. Algebraic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. And the solution for this equation is what? Minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. Now, algebraic equation solutions, and this also called as roots of equation for ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So don't worry if you are seeing any reflection. I will share the PPT. Okay, you can refer that also, no problem. Just ax square, just what I am saying, just remember it. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Okay, this is the equation. What? Linear equation equals to 0, this is the equation form. It's an equation form. So that I will discuss, no problem. I will share the PPT. No, we'll finish this class. Okay. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the fixed equation of second order algebraic equation. Okay. Now the roots of this equation. x1 first. As of now we see in that solution, right? So if the equation has a two solutions, then x1 is equals to minus b. So we said that plus or minus. Now I am using only plus. Root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a is a one equation, one solution. x2 is equals to minus b. Now here plus we used. Now here we have to use minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So these two values, by substituting of these two values, this equation, by instead of x, if you substitute this x1 value, so this will become 0. Otherwise, by keeping of x2 value here, this equation becomes 0. So you will perfectly understand by one example. I'll tell you that example also, no problem. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the second order algebraic equation. So the solution for it algebraic equation, if it has two solutions, so that solution we called as roots of that equation. The roots are nothing but the values which satisfy that equation. Satisfy means what? LHS equals to RHS in that way. So by substituting of these x1, x2 values, so this equation is becomes what? 0. So I will go with one example, then you can understand. Okay, this is our solution for this. So x1, x2 is called the roots. What is the difference here? Minus b same, root over b square minus 4ac same, root here also denominator 2a also same. But here in one root we are using plus, in another root we are using minus. Okay, so you will learn more about this concept in mathematics, but we require this enough. Okay, for math. So we'll go through the one solution. So one equation, just to make a note of it. I will go with one example. So I am taking one algebraic equation here. So the algebraic equation is here x square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. X square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. This is one equation. Okay, second order algebraic equation. I want to find the x value. What is the x value? At what value of x this will become 0? Okay, by putting up, for example, if you put x value 0, what happens? 0 square, 0. Minus 3 into 0, 0, but plus 2. So this will become 0. 2 is equal to 0. Is it satisfied? No. So at what value of x? So this LHS value becomes RHS, that is 0. So that we have to find. So this will very help in kinematics chapter. Okay. So here, now solution for this question. I want to find the x values. At what value of x this equation becomes 0. Okay. Now you compare this equation with our general algebraic equation form. ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So this is a second order algebraic equation. Now I am comparing these two equations. When you are comparing this one, at the position of a, what the value here? 1. So a is equals to 1. At the position of b, x coefficient is what here? B. So here x coefficient is what? Minus 3. Because here plus b is there, but here minus 3 is there. So plus into minus of 3. So b is equals to minus 3. Next, so constant. A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is called constant. So c value is what? Plus 2. So now we are comparing the given equation with the algebraic equation. So then we get that a, b, c values. A value, b value, c value. Now I have to find the solution, that is the values of x which satisfy the equation. At what value of x that equation becomes 0. Let's see. What is the solution? x1. First I will take that x is equals to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is a solution, right? If you use plus, that gives one root. If you use minus, that will give another solution. Okay, that I will explain. Remember it. What is our given equation? X square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. We taken the values of a, b, c. A is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 3, c is equals to 2. So this is the equation to solve the solution. Okay, just because of lack of space I am rubbing it. Okay, so I will write in short form here. A is equals to 1, B is equals to minus 3, C is equals to plus 2. Okay, solution x is equals to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. X is equals to, what is b? B is equals to minus 3, no? So minus of minus 3, what it comes? Plus 3. Understand? Here minus b is there. Here minus b is there. So b value here minus 3. Minus 3 into minus plus 3. So plus 3. Plus or minus root over b square. What is the value of b? Minus 3. What is minus 3 whole square? 9. Plus 9. Minus of 4 into what is the value of a? 1 into c. What is the value of c? 2 divided by denominator 2a. 2 into a value 1. So then x is equals to 3 plus or minus root over 9. So what is the value of this? 4 into 1 into 2. So that is what? 8. 9 minus 8 will come here. 9 minus 8. Okay. 9 minus 8 is what? 1. So root over 1 value how much? 1 only. So I'll take directly here. The total value of root over 9 minus this 4 into 1 into 2 gives what? 1. Divided by 2. Okay. This is our required. Now coming to, so put in one case, so I want to find x1. So you take a plus 3 plus 1 divided by 2. 3 here plus or minus is there, no? So instead of plus or minus, you take the plus, then one solution for this equation. So this equation has a 2 solutions. So first solution 3 plus 1 divided by 2. 3 plus 1 4 divided by 2. So x1 is equals to 2. x1 is equals to 2. Then x2 is equals to, so 3 minus you can take 3 minus 1 divided by 2. 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So 3 minus 1, what is that? 2. So 2 divided by 2, 1. So x2 is equals to 1. That means by substituting of two values, either 2 or 1, this equation will satisfy. Okay. So these 2 and 1 are called as solutions for this algebraic equation. We'll check it once. Substitute the x is equals to 2. How much it will comes? Okay, just to make a note of it, I will verify it. Okay, reverse process. So in reverse process we'll go. Okay. So A, B, C values, we taken that. By taking off x value, we got one equation. So we got the two solutions for this algebraic equation, x1 and x2. Okay. See here, proof. Okay. But we have to check it. Either that what we got, that solutions are correct or wrong. Okay, we'll see. First, put the x value 2 in this equation. What we get? 2 square minus 3 into x value 2 only plus 2 is equals to 0. 2 square nothing but 4 minus 3 2 jar 6 plus 2 is equals to 0. There plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 and minus 6 get cancelled. So satisfied, right? So that is by putting off x is equals to 2, this equation will satisfy. So that is one solution. Next, now put the x value 1. Put the x value 1. How it becomes? Okay, I'll take the x is equals to 1. 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 2 is equals to 0. So 1 square is equals to 1. 3 into 1, 3 plus 2 is equals to 0. Now here plus 1 plus 2, that is plus 3 minus 3. So satisfied, right? So that is for a given equation, to to get the 0 value, so we should substitute the two values of x, either 2 or 1. So these two are called the solution for the given algebraic equation. So sir, uh, in what chapter, how we are applying this situation? Okay, so there is a few concepts in our physics. How it is now? Parabolic equations. Generally, when you are throwing a ball in an air, so it is moving in a parabola. Moving in a parabola. Okay. So when it is moving in a parabola, how to define the path? How to define the path? Path is a parabola. Okay. Okay. I want to. The path will be having different values at different position. For example, when I am throwing from here, so this is the coordinate. This is the origin. When I am throwing upwards, so it has vertical displacement as well as horizontal displacement. Okay. At what point the displacement becomes maximum? So this type of question they will ask. In that situation, the parabolic equation. What is a parabolic equation? You know, this only. Ax square plus bx plus c form only. Parabolic equation form. Ax square plus bx is equal to 0. Okay. So in that kinematics chapter, especially in projectile motion, we are using to find the values of that x. Okay. If it is moving in a horizontal and vertical direction, how the displacement is changing. There, that x is refers for displacement. Okay. Nothing to worry. So once we enter into the topic, so you come to know that one. So what we should learn from this algebra, how to solve the second order algebraic equation, how to find the roots. Roots are nothing but solutions. Okay, what is solution? The values which are satisfying the equation. These two values are satisfying. Satisfying means what? Which becomes 0. Okay, so y is y 0. Instead of that, you can take this plus to that side minus 2. X square minus 3x is equals to minus 2. That also okay. Okay, but the general form in a mathematics, any equation, they are equating with 0 most of the case. Equating with 0, especially in linear algebra. Okay, everything is equating with 0. Okay, there is a constant value compulsory, and these two are called the coefficients. Coefficient of x, coefficient of x square. Okay, now, so this is finding of roots. So there is a one more method which are useful for us. Okay. So as we know that, and make a note of it, then after immediately I will share the PPT. Okay. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is the algebraic equation, right? Ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is the algebraic equation. What are the roots? x1 and x2 are the roots. Roots are nothing but the solution or the values which are satisfying this equation. So note, make a note of it. So how to find this x1, x2 value directly without using the formulas? Okay. So x1 plus x2, the sum of the roots, the value. How to find the, okay, we know that initially what we got, sum of the roots, right? X1 is 2, x2 is equals to 1 we got, no? X1 plus x2 becomes what? 3. Okay, like that. So how to find the sum of the two roots? There is a formula, minus b divided by a. B value, minus into b value, divided by a value. You have to substitute. The same way, the product of the roots x1 and x2 is equals to c divided by a. C divided by a. So what it is, sir? So minus b by a, minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. The product of the roots is equals to c divided by a, that is constant value divided by coefficient of x square. If you have any confusion, just I will share the PPT, just you see that. If you have any doubt, then we will discuss. After seeing of PPT, we will discuss, okay, few doubts regarding it. Okay, I'll share the PPT, just be online. Now, please wait, ma.